Hello YouTube, fellow bikers and humans. I hope you are doing well and are in good health during these strange times of pandemic. It's a beautiful day, gray, a little rainy here in Sweden, and it struck me because I had some questions about a video I posted maybe a year ago about a clutch basket for my Suzuki DL1000 V Strom, and I thought I might do a follow-up video on that because I'm very happy with the result of the refurbishing or the updating of my clutch basket made by Terry Hinkle out of Works Parts in Texas. So what I did was I took the basket out and I contacted the guy, and he said there's no problem. I dealt with Swedish customers many times, so I packed it up as best I could and sent it off to him. And the freight time it took forever. It took maybe 1.5 to 2 weeks. But as I followed it, I tracked the parcel to America and to Texas, and I can see approximately the time it left the facility, like the main facility of Austin, I think it was, to his shop. He pretty much immediately mailed me and said, "I got your clutch basket and I'll start with it right away." And that was in the afternoon, I believe. Like here's local time. Sorry, local time in Texas, of course. And he did. And by the next morning at 10 o'clock, I think it was, he mailed me again and said, "I'm done with your clutch basket, sir. I'll send it off 12 at noon." So his work was, I mean, he was super fast, and I'm very happy with the results, the polishing, the finishing, the lathing, he did a really good job. That's what I'm trying to say, and I highly recommend anyone to make contact him and see if he can help you with modification of your clutch basket. Maybe it's up to you. But I'm very happy, and this is my DL1000, and I can tell you when I reassemble it, which is no big hassle. You just have to find a good video on YouTube, for example, or leave it to somebody mechanically inclined. I did it myself. It was no problem at all. Although this Terry guy, he has a really good disassembly and reassembly video on his website. I actually went by that, and there was no issues, no problem at all. I ordered a new nut, the center nut of the axle, and I believe the gasket too, because he had the OEM Suzuki gasket on the shelf, so I asked him to send that, and he did. Yeah, and the sound is gone. I mean, there is no rattle, there is no shuddering or strange vibrations coming from the clutch side anymore. It had like a tendency to jolt, like it almost catched on the clutch when, I think, especially when the engine was cold. As I released the clutch, it would like grab the discs and jolt away a bit. That's because of the glazing of the discs, but I still have that a little bit, although I took a Scotch-Brite to them and tried to deglaze them a bit. But other than that, it's fine, and it's so quiet now that I'm actually worried more about the cam chain tensioners than anything else, or the drive chain makes more noise than the clutch now. But that's a different story. it is what it is. It's a bike, right? Yeah, like I said, this is my V Strom, and I can tell you a little bit about it because I'm very proud of it. It's not my V Strom anymore because I gave it to my girlfriend. We're going on a trip next summer. She'll be driving this, I'll be driving my KTM 1190. That's the plan anyway. I made quite a bit of modifications to this guy. I did a valve check. That's the last big work I did on this. Took a couple of days. I had to order shims and it was a bit tricky, but it was worth it, I think. Now I know, and it was way overdue too. So that was good. That feels good. I put some different mirrors on there. Some Chinese remake. Nothing fancy. There's a high windscreen on there. I got a rental bar. I got risers. There's a Bagster tank cover on there. What else? Got a K&N filter. I'm running Pirelli Scorpion Rally in the front and Michelin Aniki. No, not Aniki. What are they called? It's a. It is an Aniki. Michelin Aniki 3. Sort of a hybrid tire. It works pretty well on gravel and very, very well on asphalt. I took out the flaps, the secondary valve flaps, or whatever they're called. I had a little problem with the actuator, and as I went to the forums, there was a couple of guys there who said that they removed their secondary throttle flaps altogether, and they haven't looked back ever since. So I tried it. I did that, and the bike runs great after that. It's really responsive. I can understand the meaning of the function of those flaps. They work as a choke when it's cold weather. They control the torque, or the engine displacement, not the displacement, the power of the engine in fast throttle twitches and stuff like that. But if you get used to it, the bike runs really good now. I put a heat bash plate on there. Looks pretty trick, and I guess it's good to have that whenever you feel like planting your bike on a stump or a stone or something, if you're trail riding. I have some pretty aggressive pegs going on there. I raised it up a couple of inches in the back, because I'm a pretty tall guy. Yeah, that's about it. It's nothing fancy. The Nothing Fancy project, by the way, has a review on this bike, which I watched a couple of times. He's a pretty interesting guy to watch, and he has a really objective way of approaching things, and should check that out if you like these bikes. So, what I'm trying to tell you, coming from this video, is that Terry Hinkle out of Texas, the Works Parts Company, does a really, really good job of refurbishing and updating your clutch basket for the Suzuki DL1000 V Strom. I highly recommend it, and I'm super happy. It's going to cost you maybe, I don't know, $600 or so, maybe less, I don't know. I had to pay quite a lot of shipping and tax to get it through customs, but I thought it was worth every krona, as we say in Sweden. Cool beans. That's all I have to say about that, and hope you're having a nice day, and maybe I'll see you again sometime. Hej då!